Hi everybody, and it is Invictus Elite Tuition, and today we're going to be talking about adding or subtracting fractions, which I know a lot of people don't like. But this video is going to help you, I promise. I'm going to show you the different types of fractions and what they look like so you can identify the right method of solving them. There's only three, that's all there is. I'll show you, then I'll show you the method of how to deal with those fractions, and as always in my videos, you can have a practice, but I will help you with that practice so you'll become super duper good at fractions and you will smash them. But you will need to know about equivalent fractions, and if you don't know or you need a refresher, I'm going to put up a short link up in the top of the page here. You can click on that and you can have a quick revise of your equivalent fractions. So what have we got? First type is when the denominator is the same. Here you see the denominator is 7 in both. Second type of fraction is going to be when the denominators are in the same times table. You can here see that 7 goes into 14 twice. They're in the same times table. And the final type is when the denominators are not in the same times table. 3 doesn't go into 4 and 4 doesn't go into 3. So we have three types of fraction that we might want to add or subtract. Don't worry about my examples here all being addition. It's exactly the same rules for subtraction as well. Okay, now this is a long video. You might want to go to just the bit you're interested in. This is how to do it. If you click on the description, the timeline comes up. You can click on any of those chapter headings, which are with the times next to them, and you can get to the bit that you're interested in, your favorite bit of the video. I'm clicking backwards and forwards through one of my videos here. Or if you go just underneath that, the chapters have pictures, same chapter headings, but it's another way of clicking into the video. Or you can drag the scroll bar up and then left or right, and you can actually see where the chapter headings are in the video itself. So you may just want to go to a particular part of this video, and that's the way to do it. So let's have a look at the method firstly for the first type when the denominators are the same. And here I just thought I'd start with a picture here. So if I've got a sixth and I add it to a sixth, what do I get? Well, that's right, I get 2 sixths. And this is how we write it, 1 6 plus 1 6. And here's my rule: if the denominators are the same, I just add or subtract the numerator depending on what type of question it is. So this is an add problem, so therefore I'm going to add the numerators together and I get 2 over 6. Now, those of you who may know a little bit about this will know that you need to simplify 2 over 6 to make 1 over 3. If you're not sure how to do that, I'll put another link up to my video on simplifying fractions to help you out. Okay, your go. 3 questions for you to look at. 1/7 plus 1/7. Denominator is the same. What do I do? Well, denominator is the same, so I'm going to add the numerator, and there we go. 1 plus 1 is 2. And the next one, this is subtraction though. Denominator is the same, it's 15. What do I do? I add the new. No, this is subtract, isn't it? So I'm 3 take away 1. It's 2 over 15. And the final one at the bottom. Yep, denominator is the same. It's adding, so I'm just going to add those together. And look, here's one where I've had to simplify it again as well. So that's it for with denominators the same. Nice and easy. Second type of fraction is when the denominators are in the same times table. And here we can see that 5 does go into 10. Now, this is when we're going to need to use equivalent fractions. And all that you need to know is that equivalent just means multiplying the numbers up. Small numbers into the bigger numbers. And I'm particularly interested in the denominator here. What do I need to do to 5 to make it into 10? Because that's the smaller number. I need to multiply it by 2. So let's make 1/5 into its equivalent fraction. So I'm going to have to multiply the top and the bottom, and I get 2/10. Remember, if you need to revise it, go to my equivalent fractions video. Now, instead of writing 1/5, I write 2/10. I add in the 1/10 from the original question, and I've got 3 over 10 because denominators are the same. And I make it really easy for myself. I just bring it back to that situation where all I have to do is add the numerator. Guess whose go it is now? Yes, it's your go. we're going to use equivalent fractions. Smaller number into bigger. What's the smaller number that I'm going to deal with? That's right. It's the 7. I'm going to remember that I'm going to end up with my denominators the same. So I need to multiply by 3. Let's make 1/7 into its equivalent fraction. I multiply the top and the bottom by 3 and I get 3 over 21. Put that into my sum, replacing the 1/7 with 3 21s. Bring in the 1 over 21 and yep, denominator's the same. Add it together and I get 4 over 21. And another practice question for you. Yep, going to use equivalent fractions again. What are you thinking? Yeah, it's the 6, isn't it? What do I need to do to the 6 to make it 12? Multiply it by 2. Yeah, okay. Let's make the equivalent fraction of a 6th. Top and bottom by 2. I get 2/12. Put that into the sum instead of 1/6. Subtract 1/12. Denominators are now the same. 2 take away 1 is 1 over 12, and that's the answer. We're sailing through this, aren't we? It's easy. Okay, let's now go to what most people consider is the hardest type of fraction question, but we're actually just going to be using some of the techniques we used before. The only difference now is we need to find what's the smallest number that 3 and 4 go into. That's right, it's 12. I'm going to deal with the third first. What do I have to do to make 3 into 12? Well, I multiply it by 4. Let's make the equivalent fraction of a third. And if I multiply top and bottom by 4, I get 4 over 12. Now, here's the extra step. What do I do to make? What do I need to do? What do I need to do to make 4 into 12? I multiply it by 3. So let's make the equivalent fraction of a quarter. Multiply the top and bottom by 3 and I get 3 over 12. Now can you see what we've done? If I rewrite my sum now, instead of writing a third, I write 4/12, and then I add, instead of writing a quarter, 3/12, and we've made the denominators the same. So we add the numerators. That's all we need to do. That was easy, wasn't it? Okay. Guess whose go it is now? Sure go. So, equivalent fractions, yeah. And what do we need? We need the smallest number that 5 and 3 go into. What number is that? It's 15. Let's tackle the 5th first. What do I do to make 5 into 15? I'm going to multiply by 3, so I need to make the equivalent fraction of a 5th. What's that going to be? Yeah, 3 over 15. Now for the next one, what do I need to do to make 3 into 15? Need to multiply it by 5. Let's make 2/3 into its equivalent fraction. 10 over 15. Good. Instead of writing a 5th, I'm going to write 3/15. Instead of writing 2/3, I'm going to write 10/15. Now I've got the denominators the same. Add the numerators. Boom. 3 over 15. Well done. Excellent. Good stuff. Over to you. What's your common multiple of 4 and 5? What do you think? 4, 5. It's 20. What are you going to do first? Yes, we're going to deal with 3/4. What do I need to do to make 4 into 20? Yep, multiply by 5. Let's make that equivalent fraction 3 over 4. What's that going to become? What do you think? Yep, 15 over 20. Now 2 over 5. What do I need to do to make 5 into 20? Multiply by 4, yeah. Equivalent fraction, what's it going to be? What do you reckon? It's going to be 8 over 20. Now what are you going to do? Yep, you're going to write 15 over 20 and 8 over 20, replacing the original fractions, and then you're going to subtract them, and you're going to get 7 over 20. Very well done indeed. Excellent work. I hope this has all been of great help to you. That's it. I remember, go to the bits you need to by using the timeline, and I am putting up some extra links here so that you can expand your fraction knowledge. I hope that was of help to you.